when you step inside Lincoln Financial Field. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Buffalo Bills and the Philadelphia Eagles. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And again, it's Chubb. Room here to run. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They start the drive with Cook. Yeah, he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Here's Allen. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
1st down, and they're going to throw with Allen. The left side caught by Diggs. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. From midfield, here's Allen. Setting up the screen for Cook. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Throwing on 1st down is Allen. Right back to Cook for another completion. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, and sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. well-drilled, well-prepared, and excited to start this game.
Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. And the Eagles will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be left with second and a couple. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. A quick throw here out to Brown. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. The Eagles at 2-6 now in the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
83 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. They run it again with Chubb. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Now it's Fields. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Max Crosby, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try to put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Up the middle, it's Cook. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. And that's a gain of 6 on the first down run.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Allen. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Allen to Diggs there for a Buffalo first.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3 and out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the first down.
On first down, Allen. And that is caught. It's Davis. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A good pickup there, 21 yards. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Now Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and he passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. But they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. So they're going for it, and here's Allen. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down, and the Eagles' defense able to hold. Well, it was too far for a field goal try. You don't really gain a whole lot out of a punt, so I don't think you have much of a problem with that, do you?
No, not at all. I think it's the right play, the exact right play, because even if you want to play defense and pin them deep, you know how hard it is for a punter to knock one down.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Carlos Basham. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Chalk that one up to bad acting, I guess, because they certainly failed to sell the handoff, and the pressure stayed keyed in on the quarterback. No Oscar awards for this offense, just a loss of yardage.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Fields. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. And the Bills will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
He felt the pressure coming there. That was a good job of just making something out of nothing, so to speak.
Yeah, took the hit and still made the play. You know, when we talk about runners, all right, on running plays, runs after contact, we call that getting dirty yards, tough, gritty ones. To me, that's like the version of a dirty pass. He knows he's going to get smacked, yet still delivers the football and picks up good yardage.
Well, I think the hope is, you know, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Last play, they didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they gain almost 40 yards here.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
Now Allen again. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. Here's Allen to throw it. And it's caught. Touchdown, Bills. James Cook, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bills are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And I believe he was able to get this back. He was. Boy, after giving up the touchdown, lucky that didn't turn into another.
I didn't do this in college, but I did it in high school. When you return kicks and you lose it yourself, the panic that goes through you and the determination to get the ball back, I don't even know how to describe it. And I think we just saw an example there.
And the relief when you get it back like he did.
Yeah, you go to the sidelines, you know you're going to get yelled at, but you can handle it because you got the ball back.
93 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. A nice run on first down gets him 6 yards to the 31.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Chubb will get the call running left. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is taken at the 10. So the punt goes for 56 with a decent return of 13. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully...
Well, he tries to force it in and it's intercepted. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, Davis.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? One play action. Fields. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And they had just picked it off to get the football. They fumble it right back. I looked over to both sidelines. A lot of scrambling to find the helmets.
Yeah, you can almost, I mean, you know both sides are screaming sudden change. Because when sudden change happens, that's a defensive call to get back out on the field. There's been a fumble, so an interception, some type of a turnover. You've got to get back out there and play. These guys just want to get to the bench and gather themselves and regroup a little bit. Let's see if these offenses can settle in and start taking care of the ball a little bit better.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Got it complete to Khalil Shakir. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. To the air, Allen. Works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
Allen hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Following the fumble recovery, Fields. Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack. Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. Second down now.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
Well, they went back to him, but the results were similar, so I highly doubt that he'll get another opportunity here on 3rd and long.
A final shot before the break. Fields. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Allen. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 12 yards that time and a Bills first down.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Allen now on first down. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Well, let's face it, that's just a helpless feeling for a running back there. He's looking up to find a hole, and all he finds is a whole lot of ticked-off linebacker.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now Fields. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Fields. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. But Charles, in a tie game, you always wonder who's going to be making the big plays. Right now, it's not the offensive players. We're seeing these defenses step up and take control. Both of the last 2 drives have ended with interceptions.
They are certainly dictating this game, aren't they? Now it's going to come down to which offense can follow their defense's lead and step up in the clutch themselves.
So after the INT, it's Allen. Finding Knox there, complete. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to swing the tight end free downfield for the completion.
And some room to work. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. James Cook, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Bills take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Fields. And this is caught. It's Brown. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. The slot man in motion right. On first down, it's Fields. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. He delivers another to Goddard, complete. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner.
And this is going to be intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 43. So the holding call on the offense, so they go ahead and decline that one and take possession of the football on the INT. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end of the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot and there's just nowhere to go, and in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
He certainly did his best to find something on that run, but there just wasn't enough time to make it happen. Nice effort there, avoiding the sack and getting back to the line of scrimmage. That one certainly could have ended up worse.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The Bills send the punter out, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. It's like, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And they're going to get the first down here as he's up to the 14. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Play action. It's Fields. Airing it out deep for Smith. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Kaiir Elam makes a pick.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
On second down, Cook. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
53 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the fourth quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. The kick by Bass is good, and the Bills will add on to their lead.
So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
Sliding out of the pocket. Looking here for Smith downfield. He's got it at the 15.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15. But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And how about how he improvised right there, because he got flushed out of the pocket, locked eyes with his wide receiver, who knew to just keep running. And he was able to lay that one out there for him to run under.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
And the final number on Next Gen Stats, how about this? 71 yards through the air.
It is certainly becoming rarer by the year to see your franchise guy take a hit like that. The defender couldn't believe he had a shot to light him up. So when you take off and run, you have to make sure you can slide, get out of bounds, anything. Just don't leave yourself open to hits like that.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. But we're not.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown from 10 yards out.
And the Eagles have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Elliott good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the fourth quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at the earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
Throwing again on second down. Allen. And complete right side to Cook. They'll give him 4 yards there. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Chubb on the counter. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
Divine Diablo there to make the stop.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Back to throw. Fields.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A.J. Brown, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Eagles have taken a fourth quarter lead. And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed. And in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
Allen's throw taken in by Diggs.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Throwing is Allen. That's taken in by Knox. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Here's Allen.
He's got the hook up with Diggs. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. 23 yards on the play. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Now Allen.
And bringing it in, it's Davis. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Allen. It's complete. He dials up Davis once more. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Allen. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. Well, these corners, I tell you, they've done excellent work all game long.
They remind me of guys in the past who just said, hey, throw it out here 100 times. Nothing good is going to happen. And if you throw it in the wrong place, I'll take it the other way.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Back to throw. Allen. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Kaiser White. And the Eagles have just about sewn up this football game. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw a second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the fourth quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
So for the Eagles, they inch closer to respectability now at 3-6 on the year. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Denver Broncos next week. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the...
I'm the best, and the best, and I got it, on my own. Get my way up, get my go, go. If I touch it, then it's cold, I'm the best, and the best, and I got it, on my own. Get my way up, get my go. If I touch it, then it's cold, For the bank and they know I'm impressive. He wanna talk, but he not on the schedule. I ain't taking a from my who ain't heavy. I'm the best, and you heard what I said. Spend all the money, I'm dripping, it's spouting. Got on it, then it's dripping like water. Teaching, but I don't have a daughter. I know me, I can pick up when I call her. Working big, and it don't hurt to break, cause I'ma always do it how I wanna do it. Every time he lead a know he missed the know I got him running to it. I'ma need to pull the mail before we talk it that I'm waking up and thumbing through it. Run like a runner do it. Stun on her till like a stunner do it. I'm the best, I'm the best. And I got it, on my own. Get my way up, and I go. If I touch it, then it's cold, I'm the best, and I got it, on my own. Get my way up, and I go. If I touch it, then it's cold. Top dog like I manage. I'm the really damaged. I came out and make the channel froze. I'm really who the panel chose. Put my name up like a banner boat. Acting tough and I'ma let her go. Name her who got a better flow. She can hang it up till like a telephone. Sticking up with the cost 10K to let it come see it. Hands that me, I make it come treat it. Spin, make it come beat it. I want the new in the machine out. Jewelry be caught like the temperature 0. I'm the hardest, they call me the hero. Heavy, then they know what I be on. I'm the best,